The Conjuring 2 is the sequel to 2013's The Conjuring and is yet again directed by James Wan. If you guys would like to check out my review of the first Conjuring, I will put an annotation right there. Just click it and it'll take you to the review. And this review is going to be very similar to the first Conjuring because this movie, I have the same feelings as I do for the first Conjuring. I absolutely love this movie. However, what's different about this movie is a different setting and a different case for the Warren family. They're asked by the Catholic Church to visit this family in England who has been experiencing a lot of paranormal activity, and they go there to try to figure out whether or not this is a hoax or the family is actually in danger. And of course, the family's actually in danger. Again, what I really liked about this film is the chemistry between the Warren couple, Ed and Lorraine. I really enjoyed seeing these actors on the screen and just their portrayal of these characters. Like, they are just such a good couple in this movie. And there's actually a really thoughtful theme surrounding them. There's an idea in this movie where if you find someone in your life that totally understands you or gets where you're coming from, that you shouldn't leave them, that you should always stick together. We get a little bit more character background with these characters, especially Lorraine. We figure out that even though she's psychic and she's very well aware of demons around her, she's still a human being and she's totally scared of all the stuff that is surrounding her. I also, again, really enjoyed Ed in this movie and how he's trying to comfort Lorraine in this just, you know, weird state of being scared of this certain event that happened in the movie. I just really like this character also. I don't know why. I think it's just because he's really sure of himself. He knows what he's talking about. He wants to help people out. But we see a side of him in this movie where he's also frustrated because this movie also focuses on the other half of people who don't believe in demons. And this couple is criticized by it, even though they're trying to help out these people and bring knowledge of them through media or colleges, regardless of what people think. I also really enjoyed the family in this movie, especially the main girl. I thought everyone did an amazing job in this film. I also love the setting of England in this. I'm glad that they didn't really do another haunted house in America. I like how they did it in England this time and how the Warrens came in and they brought American influence. Also, James Wan, really great as a director in horror films, most definitely. I don't know what it is about this guy. He is just so good when it comes to cinematography in horror films. The way he pans the camera and moves along in a hallway or something like that is so creepy and disturbing, and you're wondering whether or not something's gonna happen when the camera reaches a corner. It's just really hard stuff to watch. There's also a specific scene where Ed Warren is talking to someone and he has to look the other way. It shows his face, but it shows the background. It's like unfocused. It's all blurry. And you can't really see what he's talking to, but you see the outlining of it. And it's just really disturbing stuff. Even though you can't really see it, you can just tell that it's a really scary looking creature. James Wan knows how to scare people. This movie is a scary movie. When I'm in a scary movie and I'm about to see something really disturbing, I always have to cover my ears. And I was doing that like 60% of the time in this movie theater. What I really liked about this movie too is it was a horror film, but it felt like so much more too, like an actual movie with a plot. It was very story driven. It had really good characters and it wasn't cliche. Just like how the first one wasn't cliche. James Wan knows what he's doing with these movies with The Conjuring. There's also a subtle theme in this movie about how to battle negativity and being positive and standing up to, you know, bullies and stuff like that. It's very subtle and it's mentioned only really once, but it was a really good message. And I was really afraid that the second one was going to be a cop-out. It was going to be a way to gain money because the first one was so successful. No, I think this was an actual true sequel. I think it was a very worthy sequel. I really like this film. A cop-out to this franchise, I'm gonna say, is Annabelle. I feel as though that is a cliche horror film and is definitely a cop-out. Whereas The Conjuring 2 is actually a pretty worthy sequel, most definitely. You can tell that there was some effort put into this film and it just so worked. I loved The Conjuring 2. Like I said about the first one, I think this one is a classic. So yes guys, I love The Conjuring, I love The Conjuring 2. I would definitely check it out if you like The Conjuring 1. This is such a worthy sequel, and I am so glad I saw this. Alright guys, that was my review of The Conjuring 2. Comment down below what you thought of this movie if you've seen it yet. Like the video, share it, and please subscribe to Pixel Talk if you haven't yet for more movie reviews, trailer reactions, and gaming content. Thank you guys so much. I am Corbin Stuckey, and this is Pixel Talk.